Hello everybody, Laguna back here for Final Fantasy II. We are on part 10. I don't know how many parts this is going to be yet, so hooray. But we're going to try and get the black mask today. Or the white mask, I forget which one it is now. We're just going to kind of hop in and kind of see where this goes at this point. Because I've done enough talking about the game that, or I can talk enough about the game in mid-playthrough that I don't really have to do any interlude stuff, I guess is the best word. But anyway, here we go. We're hopping in, and we're going to see what happens. So, that being said, the Finn basement was a bit of a long one. Finn Castle basement, I should say. It was a long one in the sense of, like, it had so many weird little passageways and floors. I think that video was a little longer because I had to go through the top floors and then the bottom floors, and I just kind of did. Yeah. I spent a little too long on that, let's just say that much. But anyway, so here we are, we're at 22 hours. I forget if I power leveled between the last video and this one. I don't think I did. I think I just kind of left my characters as they were for once. It's a shame there's no chocobo. I'll say that much. God, balls. I keep forgetting about the battle rate in this game. Helldivers, cool. They're enough of it. Anyway, cheers. With Corona. Not the virus. Yummy. I forgot Layla was back in my party too. I didn't realize that she's actually, like, here. I guess is the best way to word it. Let's see, where am I? Oh dear sweet Lord in hell. Okay, I need to look at a map in this case. So, Mysidia is there. I don't know what that is. I think I need to get there. So I need to go around this peninsula. This is like the most convoluted map ever, because you don't even have continents. Like, everything is all connected to each other, which I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Because at one point, Earth as itself was Pangea, I think it was called, where everything was all one continent and split off. And that's why, like, when you look at continents on a map, they all kind of fit together like puzzle pieces if you kind of shrunk them all together. So I get that. But it's just really weird that every single, like, you can walk anywhere in the game if you had the strength, because that big piece of land connects those continents, which connects Salamans. There's everything is all connected, which seems it's a very philosophical revelation to have, that everything is connected. But in this case, it's more it's less philosophical and more, oh my god, why is this so tedious getting around on a freaking ship? It would be nice if I could just go around the continent instead of having to go, oh, we through this canal, we through this canal, oh, okay, back to where I started, oh, no, oh, there we go. Like, it just seems really weird to kind of go through that weird pathway. And please, God, don't remix that into a song, because that is a terrible description that I just made. But alas. I need to, whoops, no, not there. Select circle. We're getting there. I'm going to go south around the continent and come up to this little Inlet. Whoa, south and around. I'm going to get into more battles. I already know I am in this one. But yeah, so the previous video, they said that Windu, whatever the hell his name is, went to Mysidia and hasn't come back yet, so we had to go find him. And that is essentially where we're at right now in the story plot. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as you level up your stats in this game, that is what gives you your the multiple hits on your weapons. So it's kind of interesting that Fury can get 10 hits, and his sprite animation actually goes so it does 3 little swipes instead of just 1 or 2. I like that they did that, because with more proficiency you get more hits, which means you do more damage. It's a lot better than being like, oh, here's a strength stat, I guess you do more damage now. It just seems like it's a lot more balanced to unleash higher combos instead of, you know, higher combos instead of just strength. Because strength, you can only cap out at so much. You can't, you know, max out for whatever reason. Let's go up this way. You get less battles in a river. Actually, you get no battles in a river, which thereby does give you less battles in a river. I know my logic is not making sense right now, but that's neither hither nor thither. So, ooh, Malboros and Parasite. That's kind of gross. That tastes better. I can palate beer more than I can palate this battle. Because specifically, all of the MP that they absorb from my characters is a gil that I have to spend. Whereas every 4 HP is a gil I have to spend. So it's a little bit of a trade-off there. But I mean, I do take more HP damage than MP damage, typically. Ideally. But I can also use MP to cure my HP, which is... It's a weird little... Ooh, nice. HP, MP, and magic. It's a weird little concept this game has. It's like, oh, you got dealt MP damage. Here's more MP. Like, I don't know. It just seems weird. What do you gotta say? This is Mysidia, the land of magic and mages. I actually did not talk to these people, by the way, when I came in here. I went to the shops and I avoided this town dialogue for the specific reason of I haven't been here before. I sequence broke the game to level up. I didn't want to spoil anything. Anyway, he has one thing to say. It is true, the time for unsealing the tower is coming. Sure. The ancient book kept in this town will give you answers. The tower seal is protected by the 3 guardians. I don't know who the 3 guardians are, but sure. Mindu went to the tower a while ago. You must hurry. In the sub-level of Mysidia is a statue of a goddess. It is the guardian of the crystal rod. That is cool. I'm assuming I have to go in here. Really? Huh. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. This is kind of an interesting little dilemma. Maybe if I were to... put them... Oh! Because we did just get the white mask. I figured that's a good time to do what I need to do, right? So the white mask was placed over the goddess's face. And that did absolutely nothing. Okay. With music like this, I'm actually really surprised that there were no battles in that underground area. Also didn't know that story existed. Do you have the Black Mask? It was kept on a small island in the middle of the ocean. I know where we need to go. You'll unseal a tower, then you must collect the 2 masks and go to the cave north of this continent. Oh, okay, yeah. Should find the crystal rod there. What does this book say? This bitch empty. Yeet. Maybe this one. Oop. Nope, that's the church. Well, at least I know that the Black Mask is on the island, so... I guess there's that. How much gil do I have? Too much. But that's good. That's good. Gil, having too much gil is good. So. I do need a holy for Gus. Wall and barrier I don't really care about. It's like, okay, so here's the thing. Wall and barrier, if you have enough defense, it doesn't matter. It don't. I need to turn my volume down on my headphones because I can hear it. How many items am I holding? Because I'm gonna... Okay. So I should have enough space that if I were to pick up a bunch of items in the next dungeon, I won't inventory full it. That's my hope anyway. I really don't feel like this is going to be a valid hope, but at least there's hope. You know what I mean? But anyway, so we need to learn this Ultima spell for whatever reason. I don't know where Ultima is, but Ultima Scroll, I'm assuming, is the same as like the Aura Scroll and everything else, where you kind of pick it up over time and you eventually get a spell that's powerful enough that you can wipe out enemies. And there we go. Oh, jeez. I was worried about a battle there. I was like, ooh. We're going to save before we go to this island, because this... Ooh, let's go to this one. It's been a while since I've saved on slot 2. I don't want to screw up a recording and have to play through the entire game again. Just to... God damn it. So anyway. So apparently, in addition to the black and white masks, I need the crystal rod. Hooray. Okay, so I need to... I think that island that they're talking about is actually the one that's in the middle of the ocean there. So if I were to go to the southern tip under the desert and just head due east, that should be good. Ah! Get back over there, you. There's the desert. Freaking battles. Freaking battles! Stupid buccaneers. Wow. That's all I got. Not all I got, but you know, it's something, I guess. We want to save our guild because I think there's some good stuff coming up. And here we are. So due east. I feel like I went too far. Nope, I'm right there. Hi! Really? Really? Okay. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Not keen on the stunners, but at least, you know, we got some decent enemies that aren't going to wreck us. I feel like that comment is not going to age properly. Because this game has a tendency to do that. So by the way, at this point in the game, the reason I hopped on the ship and came here instead of walking, well, not only to save time, well, sort of, I went around the entire continent, so I guess theoretically it would have been less to just walk or, you know, get to the Chocobo and then blah, 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 all the way down to Mysidia, but whatever. There's an area between Fynn and Mysidia. So basically, okay, I'm going to come out of the island for a second here. I'm going to show you on the map where it is. So the other day when I came to this island, I was... Oh, I hate this weird, like, rotoscope... weird stretching going on at the corners here. Like, just put a square map on. It's weird that it pinches and... Like, it's just weird. Anyway, so here's Mysidia. And anything under this river is fine. But as soon as you get over this river, anything between here and here gets really powerful. Like, there's vampiresses and other warrior things, and they wreck me. Killer mantises, whew, they still do 300 or 400 damage per hit to my characters. No idea why they're so powerful, but they are. And that's kind of why I'm a little hesitant to, you know, Do, I guess is the word. Stunners and were-rats. 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 It's like a tongue twister. If you say way-rats, it sounds like way-rats. But it's actually were-rats. Ah. I swear I'm not drunk. And I'm not high. Ooh, Marie's agility. Maybe she can actually run from a fucking battle now. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this game right now. I have nothing against the system of leveling up, because I think it actually is really clever. It's very convoluted, I'll give it that much. It is extremely convoluted. Unnecessarily complex is the best way to word it. However, running from battles is like almost impossible in this game. Like, you almost have to fight every single battle because of how low your agility is and how you can never run. Sometimes your agility does get better. I think you have to, like, enemies have to miss you, and then your evasion and agility go up. Something weird like that. I'll do another video after the stream where it breaks down the mechanics for you. And it will kind of help with min-maxing as well. That was useless. Oh well. Deadhead. I really thought that was Deathfeeds. I thought that second D was a T for a second. Ho! I don't like that. So, note to you guys, by the way, I just noticed this. Do not use the blood sword on an undead enemy. Period. Don't. That just damaged Furion rather than healing him. Especially with the deadheads. I'm trying to take, like, every short path that I can. So if I go down, I just keep going straight, I hit a treasure chest. Then I went to the path and went up, treasure chest, treasure chest. So if I go to this one, I go down again? I should come to treasure chest? Should come to English. Anyway, this dungeon should not pose too much of an issue. Hey, take treasure chest. Oh, there's another one around there, but whatever. We are going to... I don't really care about the high potions. Strictly because they are clutter. God darn it. Gosh darn it. Sorry, for those of you who are religious. Holy penis. Okay, well, you I'm going to make attack. I like how weird it is that, like, Layla will attack first. Unless Maria casts a spell. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird that, like... It's almost like there's a magic agility, and then there's an actual agility. So if I do regular attacks here... Okay, no, Maria did it. Maybe it is actual agility and her just leveled up and just on the cusp. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? But at least Furion's gaining his HP back, so that's all I really care about at this point. So anyway, on the other side of this wall there was a treasure. I think I'm going the right way. Red moss. These guys were weak against thunder, which I surprisingly did not level up. Well, maybe Layla did. Yeah, Layla did. But I think they only have 100 HP anyway, so it's... Yeah, this is... yeah. Bolt, and Usain Bolt, and we'll just attack regularly with her. Oh, exactly 100, of course. You wouldn't do that before, but okay, sure. I'm not bitter. I swear I'm not bitter. But at least the red moose doesn't do any damage to me anymore. That's always a plus. Always a plus. So we're going to swap some spells around for a second here. So we need fire and bolt first, followed by cure and I'd rather have cure first. Bolt, fire, ice, and then we'll put swap here. Now we'll put life there, and Asuna, and then swap, and then everything that I haven't even had a chance to look at. So cure, bolt, fire, ice, life, Asuna, swap, and I feel really weird. Holy. She does have banish. Doom, break, berserk, haste. Doom. We'll just go Toad, berserk, haste. It seems the best fit there. Warp is good because I can warp to the dungeon. So, cure. I like to have order. Order is good. Order is always good. Life and Asuna. Then swap. Fear, holy, banish. Fear, holy, and berserk. Screw it. There we go. Yes, I need to go get the treasure chest. I did not get that yet. Cool. You can find in a lot of these caves in Final Fantasy II, they add kind of unnecessary challenge because of the windy, weird turns that the corridors make. Now, I mean, it wasn't such a bad thing in the previous dungeons, like the Drake Cavern, for example. But that was fine because there's a lot of weirder ins and outs on that one. Like, just oh fuck me, I forgot about that. So yeah, keep forgetting. Well, at least Furion's endurance is going to go up, which means his max HP is going to go up by +1 every time it goes up. And we can also... yeah, screw it. I have an ether. If I need it, I'll use it. So, back down into the dungeon we go, and I think we are done with floor 1, maybe? Maybe? Do, 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 do. Yeah, honestly, when you get further down in this dungeon, it kind of gets a little wonky and weird. I'll just say, that's all I'm going to say about that. It gets really, really wonky and weird. Layout-wise, there's like different stairwells that give you different paths, I guess. Because it's kind of like the previous dungeon as well. Like it's almost like this cave and the Drake Cave are connected. Which they're not, but it's almost like. Kate, would you stop? Actually, you know what? Keep hitting Maria. I dare you to keep hitting Maria. She will have her vengeance. She will. She is my power character. That is a lie. Gus is my power character. I wish Maria was my power character. Really? Why would you? Why, Maria? Why? Nah. You know what, Furion? You're gonna level up your HP. I foresee it in your future. Your HP is gonna... holy crap, yes it is gonna rise. It better rise anyway. Yeah, there we go. And endurance, and Layla's endurance. And we are going to leave this battle axe behind. Okay, Tropical Island B2, and we need to cure Furion because holy crap, what am I doing to him? I really wish there was a map that I could use, but there is not, so we'll have to see how this works. Deadringers, yes. Dead heads, dead heads, dead heads. We want to make sure that we're just having Furion not damage himself through the whole process of this. That's all I can really say about this whole shebang, you know? No, I don't want the battle axe. I really don't. Stop it. So there's a thing over there with a treasure. Something tells me that slumber stock, whatever that is, something tells me this is not going to lead to anything else. I don't feel like it is anyway. Whoa. We're just going to fire him. Agility. Let me just find a map really quickly here. So that one leads to I. Where's a J? J, K, L, M. Maybe there's a J. Is I capitalized? No, yeah, that's where J leads. Where does I lead? See, this is the weird thing about the maps. Whoa, that's the wrong button. Maps in this game are weird. So that leads me to B4. Oops, that's Finn Castle. I don't want to go to Finn Castle. So if I'm down here, D leads to I, and I goes up. So that goes to floor F3. But there is no I. What the hell? Hey, screw it. Let's just see where it pulls me out on the map. Holy crap on a cracker. Okay, I know these things are weak against bolt, so we can at least bolt these mother fudgers. I'm assuming that if these are all the opposites, if red is the opposite of yellow, yellow being bolt, then maybe yellow is the opposite of red, red being fire. So if I fire those yellow ones, maybe that'll work. It's a loose theory, but it's a theory. We'll say that much. It's a theory. You don't even have anything, so why am I even bothering? Screw it, poison. Let's see how that works. That cured them. Poison cures them. Great. Great, 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 great. We're getting somewhere at least, sort of. We're figuring out what doesn't work, which makes it a lot easier to do what does work later on. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Layla, whatever. You don't have fire magic. Okay, yeah, that's better. That's a lot better. I think it's just my bolt needs to level up a little bit. Which is understandable. It is. Because I definitely did not do what I was supposed to do and level up my magic spells. But that's okay, because I've got the power. There we go. That's better. Much better. Maria's intelligence increased. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're going to see where this thing leads. Tropical Island 1F. Okay. Ooh, looky here. Where are you from? Yo mama. Why no mask? Looky your weird face, why no mask? Why no mask? Why no mask? Well, that's a good question, but I think at the end of the day, and this is kind of like something that I've learned with coronavirus, is even though people don't always wear masks, we also, because of our personalities, always have a theoretical mask on. That's our treasure. The black mask is the deepest spot here, you see, but no taking it. Well, I'm definitely gonna fucking take it. Don't think you can find it though. He. Deepest spot here. What do you have? Demon Axe, we'll get 2 of those. Some Demon Spears, hell yeah. One for posterity, we'll give that to Layla. Guy summons an earthquake. I don't feel it. I don't think I need that. Where Where would the mask be? Is it in the village? This is the real question. Although I find it interesting that this village is here. So I didn't expect floor I, or ladder I, to lead to a village, and nobody's really saying much, so hooray. We may as well give her some gear at this point. She's earned it. She's definitely earned it. Here you go, Layla. You're probably going to leave my party at some point, and I'm going to be miffed because you're going to take my gear with you. You're probably going to steal the mask like a friggin' ninja princess. Yuffie. But... okay. So we've learned that that leads nowhere. But that's okay. Because that has negated one of the options for that mask. So I'm A-okay with that. I am hey-okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Everyone loves this music. I think this music is probably the one thing that's going to get on my nerves in this series, which is why between Final Fantasy 2 and 3 I am taking a really brief break to go through Legend of Dragoon. That is my, like, I've determined this, because I need to get a break from this, like, every single battle, like, even boss battles, like, I appreciate that the battle music's going to be different, but the victory fanfare, why? Just why? That's my big thing on that. Plus, I don't have access to Final Fantasy 3 because I don't have a DS, and I really don't want to emulate a game. I just don't. Not for a game that should be easily findable. I mean, it is easily findable at like a thrift shop on DS. I just don't have a DS, so there's that. Plus, I don't know how to record on a mobile, so there's that too. But yeah. Now, why is Layla taking more damage? No, never mind. There she goes. That's better. So you. There we go. We're getting into the rhythm of it. And the rhythm is kind of helping us establish dominance in this cave. Thankfully, if you guys have power leveled like I have, you're going to get a little bit... you're going to get through this cave a little easier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This way. There are a few different... oh, look at Stunner. How stunning. How marvelous. How stunning it is. Oh my. Etc. We're just strength and agility. Cool. We got some... we're just getting some agility. That's nice. Blind scroll. I don't know if battles are more likely to happen while I'm under this, like, weird overlay. But, I think this is the first Final Fantasy game that's done the overlay that, like, the layer system. It's kind of interesting to see, like, in the first Final Fantasy game, there wasn't really a lot of that. There was, like, the trees that you would walk around. But they never really had something that went over top of your characters. And so that's kind of what I'm... whoa, wrong one. It's kind of what I'm glorifying. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, glorifying. Because it really is a new mechanic, is the best way to word it. There's not a lot of games back in this era that did that. I mean, like, there's the Zelda games where you'd have, like, the general fog overlay, if there was fog at all. Whoa, actually, I should probably use Usain Bolt. And this is why I like consistency with my spells, is because I know what buttons I need to press to get to the buttons I need to press. The spells I need to cast. But yeah, it's really cool with the overlays, because if you were looking at this from a top-down angle and that overlay was just underneath your character, it would look like you're walking on a cracked surface the entire time, which, you know, could very well be. We did that in the Ice Cave in Final Fantasy 1. We walked on that tile where the Levystone was? I think it was the Levistone. But yeah, we walked on that little cracked tile, and we fell through the floor, and we had our laughs, and we wanted to die a little inside. So they did some cool stuff in Final Fantasy 1 as well. But this overlay system, that's kind of like a new thing. Because FF1 also opened up rooms, and it would just make the top see-through. There was no overlay on top of the character, it was just like a see-through room. Game development-wise, I found that pretty cool. So, layer system and transparency maps. So I'm guessing this was done with like a PNG or something like that instead of a JPEG. And that's not saying that they did make this game with PNGs and JPEGs and stuff like that, which, I mean, it could have been, theoretically. Because if you're using C# programming, yeah, you're probably going to put in some, like, sprites and stuff like that as well. Because, like, I can even show you how to do sprites and stuff in Blender. Not Blender, Unity. Which I might even do a series on later, for game development-wise. But the other thing that I'm wondering is, most of the battles happen while you're under that overlay, or is that just kind of an added bonus, like a frosting on the cake, so to speak? Garlic. Well, the vampires will never hurt us now. But they never did before. We one-shotted them in the first game. Although they did one-shot me in this game, so I guess they had their comeuppance, their vengeance even. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try running, just to see what happens. Yeah, nothing's going to happen. Yeah, I can't run. I mean, I can, in real life, run, just not here. We are going to fire them, we're going to fire them, we're going to fire everybody, and bolt. So you're going to try to use this trick if you can in this game. I've mentioned this in previous videos, but if you were to take out the back 2 and front 1 of the Flan, for example, here, it makes it so that only that one monster can attack you instead of the entire front 4. Because the game basically registers the blank spots. So that the yellow Flan is the only one that can attack me right now. So I can feel free to bolt, 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 and just generally bolt them all. And by doing so... Okay, that was terrible. Why would you? Why? Just... Yeah, so this is... Yeah. This is why I do what I do. To make it so that less of them can attack me. Fire! She's on fire! And she burns through the night at the speed of light. Which, by the way, fun fact for you, even though that was on the Grand Theft Auto 3 soundtrack, and Grand Theft Auto 3 had a lot of fake channels, we'll say. Fake channel seems like the best way to word that. Oh, poison toads, why? Poison anything, why? Please don't poison me. I beg of you. Okay, cool. We made it. But yeah, so Scarface actually had that song in it as well. Which is kind of a neat little fun factoid. That it actually is a song that was used in a movie before it was used in Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if Grand Theft Auto was based on Scarface loosely at all, but... Or, yeah. I don't think it was. It probably got inspiration from it at some point, but it probably wasn't based on it at all. But I found that it was a kind of a fun little fact to mention, that some games actually do have real songs in them. Same with the Grand Theft Auto 5. They really upped the soundtrack on that one, by the way, for those of you who haven't played it. Like, there's a really, really fun song. Well, not fun, but... It was a good song back in the day. It was Black Velvet by Alana Miles. And... It's one of the catchier songs that I've listened to in the past, and that's on the GTA 5 soundtrack. I forget what radio station. And so it's kind of weird to me that Final Fantasy done the same thing and made that leap into reality. Especially considering the ending of one of those games, which I will get to when I get to that game. I don't want to spoil which game I'm talking about because I don't want to ruin the ending. Cool. We need to fire. Bolt, and we need to fire. And why did I target all? Who knows? We'll see what happens. It's probably not going to do wonders for me, but we'll see what happens. Oh no, it actually worked. Cool. Maria's intelligence, Maria's agility. Agilita, for those of you who speak Cartman. Phoenix down and a monster appears. Cool. So Phoenix Downs, by the way, I have a big beef with them. Oh, that's nothing. These are easy. So my big beef with Phoenix Downs in this game is there are some games which list the... Okay. Okay. Didn't expect that to go down that quickly, but okay. So Phoenix Downs, for me, are a bit of a sore spot, because generally, really big general comment here, they're supposed to revive fallen characters in battle. In theory, when your health hits 0, you die, because your health is at 0. You're not at like 1 and then you're incapacitated, you're at 0 health. You're 0% healthy, you should be ceasing to exist. But, and this is a big but, Phoenix Downs technically revive KO status, which is knocked out. So in a lot of Final Fantasy games, you'll see that your character has been KO'd rather than dead. In this game, it is dead, because you had to revive at a church. God has descended his angels down to return your soul. So, there's that. Oh my god, I am so confused by this map. F, G... Oh my god, G fucking... And then that brings you to K. Oh my god, this is such a convoluted system. But I need to go into J and M. K leads to treasure. Oh my god, what is wrong with this? Actually, all 3 doors. So I need J, M, and K. J, M, and K. Okay, cool. So J is in the top left corner. Oh my god. I am so glad I looked at a map, because I would be here for like 4 hours if I weren't. Like, even after playing some of this game before, like, it still surprises me how much depth they put to these dungeons. I know this sounds a little fanboyish, but I genuinely am blown away. Thanatos. I wonder if he's gonna, like, and then wipe out half the party. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's Thanos. That's Thanos. Nope, never mind, never mind. Failed pop culture reference. It's like somebody the other day, they said something about... They used the word smooth, but they spelled it on Messenger as S-M-U-T-H. And they said it was like a smooth comment. And I was like, well, if I made 2 of them, it would be a chemistry element. I think it was a chemistry element. Or it could have been a flower. And I was like, oh, well, if A means 1, then bi means 2, then bi smooth, bismuth, right? Anyway, that was a failed joke, and... Actually, what is bismuth? What is Bismuth. It is a chemical element. Okay, I was right the entire time. I don't know what I picked up, but I picked it up. Cool. Good to know that bismuth is a chemical element. I guess that joke didn't really have as much... It had more chemistry than I thought it did. LOL. So here's the kicker on this dungeon, by the way. Is I've got to go to F, which goes up. That's not the right one. Which leads to G, which comes down. Which leads to K, which is treasure. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Yeah, screw it, let's take the items. So I need to go to F. Where's F? I'm having a big F moment right now. Because I am so lost. I can't run because they don't let me run. Ball sacks. Hairy, sweaty ones. We'll use fire first, and then you can use bolt. And this is the problem with Layla not having all the magic that all the other characters do. Like, it's fine for, in theory, but she's limited to one type of enemy that she can wipe out. So, oh no, jeez, that's a lot of damage. I am so glad I leveled up. I really am. Like, I know this is going to sound really cheap out loud, but without power leveling in some of these early games, you don't stand a chance. Like Final Fantasy 1, for example, when I had to like power level at the Crystal Lake and in the Fire Cavern and things like that, like, I spent like a good couple of hours in between sessions just being like, yeah, we'll wail on these monsters over and over again and get level ups just so I can get my max HP up. And I was still underpowered. Like, at Crescent Lake, I was still getting wailed on, and I was still losing characters to, like, status ailments, and white crocodiles, and red piranhas, and white crocodiles. If you can't tell, I really don't like white crocodiles. I like how they all missed. I actually really like that they all missed. You I'm gonna use... you'll use fire. But you will use bolt. I made a pun. You'll use bolt. You will be... Never mind. We'll get there. So, fun factoid for you, by the way. Still waiting on the Blu-ray ribbon strip for my PS3, but that's neither here nor there. I decided to take a look and see if I can get the Final Fantasy XIII collection digitally. I feel like I'm having a deja vu moment right now where I have mentioned this before, but Final Fantasy XIII 2 and Lightning Returns are on the PlayStation Network. The original Final Fantasy XIII is not. I have no idea why that game has not got a digital release, but it is bothering me. And I do feel like Final Fantasy XIII, I'm predicting this now. 13, because the PS5 is going to be a 4K system, it's going to have the full compatibility with the 4K TVs and all that stuff, whatever, that's fine. They're going to pull out something big for the PS5. Now, Xbox 360 has already got their backwards, or Xbox One, backwards compatibility upgrade for Final Fantasy 13. So people who played it on the 360 can now play it on the Xbox One, no problems. Which again, nothing wrong with that, it is what it is. people who played on the PS3 did not get the luxury of playing it on PS4. Steam has the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy on its store, which I did buy, but I don't really feel right playing with a controller. It just doesn't feel the same. But the Steam release has 4K capabilities. So if the PS5 is 4K, whereas the PS3 is not, there's a huge part of me that thinks that the PS5 is going to have a surprise release of the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy. Maybe not a surprise as in, like, you know, haha, here, have fun, we just released this without you guys even having warning. I just mean at some point they're going to announce it, and I, myself, am going to fangirl over it a little bit. I still need to kind of follow up on the Let's Play policy a little bit for the newer games. NES seems to not be an issue because the NES as a console was long gone, but as we get into the PS1, I had no problems with Final Fantasy VIII except for the ballroom dancing scene. The Waltz for the Moon, where like Squall and Renoir are like doing their thing. That got a copyright claim, but not a copyright strike, which I'm fine with. I actually am. Square did a lot of effort into that video. They deserve the revenue from the ad. However, I am going to redo the entire video, so there is that. But just the legality of it. There's a lot of ins and outs that apply to the American Square Enix games, but Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and Nier are excluded from that list. These ones I think are fine because they were SquareSoft, not Square Enix. It's kind of hard to enforce old policies that were a dual before the merger, and on a system that is archaic and out of date. So up until Final Fantasy IX, maybe 10 I can probably get away with. Maybe 12. But 13 and up, I really would be hard-pressed to get away with a playthrough on those. But that's neither here nor there. That's just my little 2 cents piece on that. I am predicting that there is going to be a Final Fantasy XIII trilogy remaster for PS5. I don't remember which way it came down from. So K went up. So I need to go up to G. No, Furion, you don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that. So I need to go up to G. I need to remember... Oh god, which floor am I on? I've been kind of autopiloting this whole time. Come on. I kind of need to rush through the next 5 minutes as well. What floor am I on? Please be 3. So 3, cool. So I do need to go down. Because that leads to F. God damn, there's so many battles in these games. Why are there so many battles? Okay, this one I'm okay with. There's kind of like nothing in this battle. And it's preemptive, so. Win-win. Wine-wine. Kind of wonder if there's going to be a boss at the end of this oh yeah, dungeon, I guess we'll call it a dungeon. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is a dungeon. Okay, come on! Mother... Some of these battles are getting a little too quick in succession. I don't know if that's the depth of the cave, or if the game somehow knows that I'm on the way down to the bottom of the pit. But, too many battles, not fun. Especially when you're trying to just get through the game. Now, I'm going to avoid talking about Legend of Dragoon until I get to Legend of Dragoon, but I like the way their battle system works and how much warning they give you for the battles. So at least there's that much to look forward to. Something I like. Sleep scroll, nice. Now, if I got this correctly, the black mask should be the last item I need. It is the last item I need. Hallelujah, praise Jesus. Or whoever you're deifying. Oh, there's a boss, cool. It is the Guardian of the Black Mask, Gigan Rhino. No, it's a Gigan Rhino. Gigan? Gigan. Gigan? Eugene. Gigan. Gigan. Gigan? Gigan. Gigan. Whatever it is, it is. I would have laughed so hard if I one-shotted that boss. That would have been hilarious. Well, one round. I guess that's kind of funny. But, like, imagine if I just did, like, one hit and he died. That would have been fucking priceless. Obtained the Black Mask from the treasure chest. Oh my god. Poison toads, I will destroy you. Hooray! Warp stones. I love warp stones in this game. So we got the black mask. Now we need to figure out where the hell it needs to go. So that's a fun little start there. We're going to figure that out in the next episode, I think, because this is kind of cutting it close on time. And I really don't want to have to cut myself off in the middle of doing a run or middle of a conversation. So, we're stopping that here. That was a weird little cave. That was a lot of back and forth. We kind of went through a lot in that one. We really did. Interesting that statue existed. I thought I would need the crystal staff first. But apparently the white mask just fits on top. No idea where the black mask goes. At all. We'll find out, because apparently there's a library in Mysidia I might have missed. I'm assuming so. There was a bookcase in one of the buildings. Maybe there's another building I missed. You know. Or maybe there's a cave. Oh, wait, because there was that other thing. Nope, not magic, you son of a diddlestick. Because when we were at Mysidia, there was, just to the southwest of it, there was a cave there. Just to the north of Mysidia is that crescent island that I showed you earlier as well. So there's a couple of different places where things could be. I don't have insufficient data. I have insufficient data. That is the best way to word it. Cool. But anyway, we're going to cut this off for now. We are going to pick this up at... I don't even know how much longer is left of this game. Like... I just really don't know. IDFK. We'll figure this out next time. Not too much else I can really think about. Aside from just, I wish I didn't have so many random battles. But this whole game is basically the island closest to hell. Well, we'll say island close to heaven. Marlboros exist on both? No. No, Marlboros were on the island closest to heaven. This one's more like the island closest to hell because there's a lot of hard hitters that are more powerful than me. Final Fantasy 1 was like the island closest to heaven, where all the Marlboros and status effect creatures were. But we'll get back to that in Final Fantasy 8 anyway. For now, we are going to end this. It's been an hour, so hooray. I'm out of things to say on this one. This is, it's been an interesting run, but there's nothing too much new aside from the fact that Mindu apparently went to the tower and I can't get into the tower with the mask, but somehow Mindu got into the tower without the mask, but I need the mask to get in. And it's like, what is up with the logic of this game? Like, first Hilda forgot the password Wild Rose that she taught me in the first place, and now Mindu can get places that I can't when he doesn't have the items that I need to do the same task. Like, there's a lot of loopholes in this already. So okay, I understand that this was like an early dev game, so I can forgive a little bit, but maybe Mindu didn't get into the tower. Maybe he's just waiting outside in a tent, hoping to God that Layla just pieces out and he can join as a healer again. That's all I can hope for. I don't know what else to say on this. It's throwing me for a loop. But hey, we made it to the tropical island, which I don't know what the hell those creatures were down at the bottom there and why they were wearing masks, but maybe I'll look at the library next time first. I'll find out what the library is and see if there's a dossier or dossier? Bestiary? Something that explains the lore of this game a little more, because those creatures, like, I don't know, were they pygmies? Were they mages that left the mage life to live magic free? I don't freaking know. But anyway, as always, I hope you guys have fun gaming out there. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know so I can pop it on my list. Other than that, see you in the next video. And as always, Laguna Matata.